Hey, Joe here. Life made simple, getting you through this narcissistic world. Got a little fire going down here. A little cool in the mid 50s, I believe, Fahrenheit, and a nice cool breeze coming through the tree. It's later on in the evening, so it's starting to die down a little bit. So, what we're going to talk about today, two things that I've struggled with pretty much most of my life, especially the depression. We're going to talk about depression and anxiety. Depression, I have suffered quite a bit from that. Why? Because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what caused it. I didn't understand where it came from. So once I realized depression is everything, it deals with everything in our life from our past. Anxiety is all about the future. And here we are living in the present. Think about that for a minute. So anxiety has not bothered me a whole lot when I was a kid, but after about 40 years old, it started to affect me. And it has affected me more through the years as I've gotten older, maybe because I find as you age, you maybe feel a little bit more insecure. I'd like to see if other people feel that way as well, because you have less abilities, less time, even though we have more knowledge and more wisdom. But what we want to live a full and complete life, satisfying life. And I've struggled with that because, as you know, I've come from two narcissistic parents, that I have no relationship with my siblings. We don't ever go out and do anything. And it's really sad. Sad that both my narcissistic parents are still alive and they do nothing to try to make things right. A lot of people say, these are just people that just need, some more love, or they have too much love or whatever. So I have just come to a peace with it, is that that's who they are. I'm not going to try to change them, but I am today married to the love of my life, which is the first time I ever really felt true, authentic love. I never had witnessed or felt any type of true, authentic love. And what's so interesting is that it all started with that hug from that therapist. I was at my deepest end. I was in deep, deep depression. I considered almost every day whether to continue to live another day in life. Now, for most of that 12 years, that's the way it was. Am I going to make it through this day today? And I know there's people out there that feel the same way. But something I just kept saying, I kept trying. I'm like, there's got to be answers somewhere. There's got to be answers somewhere that I missed. What I realized is I went through life feeling like I was broken, that I was fractured, I was fragmented, that nobody could love me, nobody. But my wife showed me very differently. She gives me an unconditional love that I've never felt before. So I know it's out there, and I know that we have the ability to attract it. So let me reel myself back in. We're talking about depression and anxiety. I was depressed, looking back, is because I didn't have something that I really needed. And it wasn't just love, it was connection. It was connection with my parents, my siblings, with anybody I dated. I had no connection with anybody, no real, what I would call close friends at the time. Most of my friends are friends I picked up over the last 20, 30 years. I have some acquaintances or friends that I had back from childhood. We talk once in a while, but we don't ever get together or anything like that. And they're good people. But I think a lot of it was within me. I didn't know how. Oh, somebody called my name. I thought, I didn't know how to connect with people. I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't even know that was a thing. Self-care, I was always taught that that was selfishness. Boy, did I have a rude awakening on that. Self-care, that's your first goal, is to take care of yourself. Because without yourself, you have nothing. You can't give anybody anything you don't have for yourself. I think that is a big factor right there with depression, is understanding several things. One, that God is not fire and brimstones. He's love. And the first time I realized that, that was like, wait a minute, I'd been taught that he was all pissed off at me and all mad at me and wanted to destroy me for making a mistake and punish me. That's pretty much what I grew up feeling like God was. They told me about a loving God, but this God sure was pissed off. That how could he love and be pissed off? That's pretty much what my mother, I guess, how I related to her. So that would be more like a narcissistic God if that was true. We have been created to come and develop ourselves. You were born the perfect you, and your goal is to find the best you. Your goal in life is to experience life wind shifting a little bit. Got a little smoke there. Hope it doesn't mess you up too much. Um, but, but we're supposed to experience life to the fullest. So many people, it's so easy to get into a job you hate or married to somebody and you just don't get along. So all these videos are helping you understand where to go to find you, the authentic you, the you that you want to have self-care for, self-love. Depression for me, and I'm going on what it is for me, depression was my inability to connect and to be loved. That's where I believe most of my depression had come from. Later on in life, the depression was a lot of what all I lost due to the depression. Depression is supposed to be sending us a signal to help us make changes. But when you have no family, you have no one, or the family is the one that calls, I mean, they set up the environment to create a toxic environment that creates depression. And so for me, the depression was not feeling lovable, not feeling worthy, not feeling that, not feeling that the world is for me, always feeling like it's against me. And I've learned very different now. Life happens for us, not to us. And as far as anxiety, what I have found the best thing to overcome anxiety, I don't take medication, so if I start getting anxiety, I start trying to figure out where is it coming from. Anxiety is just another sign that our body is out of balance of mind, body, and spirit. Somewhere you're out of wholeness. So it's, depression is showing you're out of wholeness, just in a different aspect of your life. But when you have anxiety, that's about the future. And I find that the more prepared I am for the future, the less anxiety I have. The more I'm doing the things that I should in my life, the less anxiety I have. Let me know what you think about those two, depression, anxiety. If you think about it, where does it come from for you? I'm curious if it's the same for everybody or is it different for everybody? I'm telling you from my experience. So let me know what you think on that. And just know that whenever you get depression, anxiety, that is a signal to you that you need to make a change in something. Every emotion, every feeling that we have is trying to teach us something. Look for the lesson. You're at Earth School here Here in this world, you're at Earth School, and you're supposed to be learning something every day. What did you learn yesterday? What are you learning today? Hopefully I can give you some guidance to where you can do that on these videos. I sure do love getting comments from you guys. It helps me and guides me to know what to talk about, how you feel about things. So for today, this is Joe Cox Jr. Life Made Simple. From my heart to yours, like and subscribe if you feel like this is helping you out. Because my goal in doing these channels is to help you know what to do to change your life for the better. From my heart to yours, I wish you nothing but blessings. Hey, and I didn't cough on that spot spoke.